it's just crazy that a guy this young with this much notoriety can just handle media and things like that. I think his dad has really taught him how, to be that guy in the spotlight.
I complete the most difficult throw above a linebacker, put it in a spot nobody else can put it. The first day of mandatory minicamp has started for the Browns, and it seems like Shedeur Sanders is still with the twos, but he's been doing this entire session, absolutely showing what he can do with his arm. But let's actually get into the film. Let's talk about this absolute big bad bombs over Baghdad, shot out, outcast, boom, right there. Now, it was funny because I know there was another deep ball that was at Browns mini camp. It was over 2 defenders. I thought it was a really good job. However, people were saying, hey, it was a little bit underthrown. The receiver had to come back to it, XYZ. Well, it sounds like Shedeur Sanders heard you because I don't see no wobble in that. I don't see not one wobble. That thing tight right there, boy. A little wobbly, but it's okay. You can wobble a little bit because when you put the ball right here where no defender it has a chance to get it, nobody can be mad at you at all. Look at the ball placement. Obviously, he's known for the ball placement. Puts it right over top of the defenders. They don't have a chance. Now, I do have to be transparent. That was a special 11 on 11. So the way things have been broken down is that Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders have been on one field, and then Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco have been on the field. They did switch at some times, and we're going to get deeper into those clips for the 11 on 11s. That clip you saw was a modified 11 on 11. So I do want to be transparent. Only thing different is they had one less defensive lineman, which, I mean, when you're throwing a deep post, let me see if that even was a post. When you're throwing a deep ball, and you have all the defensive backs, it's all the back 7. So everybody in the defensive back linebackers, and he still put it over 2 defenders. So, maybe take it with a grain of salt if you want to, but I'm taking it as a absolute bomb. And of course, you got more angles. Mary Kate, we got to get better. Mary Kate, we got to do better, Mary Kay. Mary Kay. And that then again, like I said, we have some different angles. This is from the end zone angle, and from this this is not. I think this is just the out. My fault. This is the out. Boom, which looks nice too. We have another angle of this from the front. I think it looks better. But we should have. Okay, I guess I don't have it. I have this one though. Woo! Hey man, you see, he has been rifling them things. He been throwing these balls like it's a problem. Like he trying to get that dirt off his shoulder, dog. Woo! Hey man, I'm gonna keep eating crow. I came out here. I said, I wasn't sure how consistent velocity was. I didn't say that was a bad thing. I was just saying that people could look at the velocity, quote unquote, issues and say, hey, that's a problem. Clearly, I don't know if you heard me or heard them. Every single time, it's been 3 weeks, I've been saying, hey, I'm sorry I even said that because I ain't seen one ball that ain't had NFL level zip. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm not sure, just to remind you, I'm sure you know, but the NFL ball is significantly larger than the college football ball. So that means it seems, just as it seems, I ain't put no pads on, it seems like he's becoming a sharper thrower of the ball at the NFL level with a bigger ball, dog. I mean, that thing, he really put it on him. And then you talk about what he does best. Put it in a window, huh? How about put it between this linebacker? The linebacker don't got a chance. He's like, I can't even get that. You got a closing defensive back right here. And this ball absolutely just gets to where it needs to. And again, this ain't, if y'all know about Shador, this ain't nothing new. This is nothing new in no shape, form, or fashion. Here's the end zone look of that. Doesn't look as good. This is not the end zone look. Whoa, I thought I had the end zone look. There is an end zone look, but that's just the out there. That looks pretty nice. And it's so interesting because take you back to the pro day deep balls. We're about to get back more into them, but I just remember when these were thrown, right? When this nice deep ball, I believe, to Will Shepherd, and I think Jimmy Horn caught, people were saying that it was a fluke. It was just pro day. Well, I guess it's just mini camp at the NFL against NFL defenses. But let's look at some more catches here. Here is that out, where I think, you know what I'm saying, you talk about, oof. I mean, dog, I like, and Shador never threw a bad ball. Again, I hope y'all didn't take that the wrong way. I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is he throwing some absolute lasers now. And it's important for these types of throws while this loads, I guess. It's important for this these types of throws that he does what he does, whether it's, these tight spaces or as you can tell, which I loved speaking about, right? And I think some people tried to get him on like, oh man, maybe he doesn't have the anticipatory ability to really excel at the NFL level. And then you look at a throw like this, which is thrown coming out the break, right? 1, 2, 3. Now, I will say, if we're going to comment, right, if we're commenting on things that we don't like, and I'm going to move myself, oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry, I'm going to make myself a little smaller so we can see. Make myself a little smaller so we can see. If there is anything I don't like, is that, there's a point when there's a drop back, right? So 1, 2, 3. Now he's hitched up. I would like to see him hitch and plant. Oh, no, he does. No, perfect. No, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Okay. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Pop, pop. There it is. Okay, cool. It looked like he was drifting, but really what he was just setting up his feet. Okay, I like that a lot. He gets into motion, and he's looking there the whole time. That's the only thing, actually, that I would change is, hey, probably not stare down our one receiver, but look at when he decides to throw this ball. This is anticipatory throwing right here. He has already made the decision to throw this ball before he even begins the cut. Okay. And that ball is out of the air before he finishes the cut, right? It's tight. It's strong. It's above the defender's arm range, right? Even though this isn't a long pass, right? He keeps good velocity. He keeps a good level, and that thing just drops. And that's a long pass. Anything outside to those numbers, that's going to be a long pass in the NFL, right? And he gets it done in a pretty way. I like the way that ball bounced off his hand. Pause. Absolute pause. Let's get into some more mini camp footage, though. We didn't have a lot of throws, at least on film, but we do see Shedeur Sanders, the runner. Now, he did have a few rushing touchdowns, but I don't think that he is the most proficient runner of the football. He got the high knees there, you know what I'm saying? But hey man, we gotta sharpen this up a little bit, okay? But no, I don't think he's gonna need it too much. Now this is after the 7-on-7 footwork drills. Flacco and Shedeur Sanders having a little chat, having a little conversation. And I think, and guess who else is over there? Look, Dylan Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? They tried to make a big deal about that little clip about him asking, Joe Flacco, you know how to dance or whatever, and XYZ. I didn't think it was that big of a dealio, but you know how people are. But clearly, every other picture that you see is just them laughing and having a good time. So I don't know if you can be that upset. So here is Brown Shedeur Sanders working with the twos. So again, he worked for the twos for most of the day today. So take that grain of salt as you can. Dylan Gabriel did get some 1s and some 2 reps. When they started off again, they started split up rook to rook. So that's kind of how it worked out there. And here he is working with the 2s again. I'm actually not sure which pass this was. I think this is that out again. This is that out, man. We got so many angles. We got angles, but hey, ain't no more OTAs where, you know what I'm saying, where it's like maybe one day you got access, maybe someone has access, maybe you get clips from them. It seems like we got all 8 angles, dog. We got all 8 angles. I think this is just a handoff to Dylan Sampson. Oh, no, this is a throw to Dylan Sampson. Yeah, the former Tennessee Volunteer, known for his explosiveness in the run game, can catch the ball as well. Is going to need to be able to do that in the NFL, especially as the Browns look to replace just Nick Chubb. You're going to need both the rookies to do that. This is another angle again of that out. Again, we already kind of looked at that, so it's all good. We already looked at this guy too. Is that all the clips that we have right now? I think that's it. Here's what we'll do. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to listen to the main man, Greg Newsome, starting cornerback, obviously defensive back for the Browns, been in the league for a second, and he's going to speak on Shedeur Sanders. While I do that, I'm probably going to have highlights or something going over. I'm going to see and double check to make sure we're not missing any clips for the rest of the first day of Browns minicamp. So y'all lock in.
He's been amazing. A sponge, I would say. It's just crazy that a guy this young with this much notoriety can just handle media and things like that. I think his dad has really taught him how, to be that guy in the spotlight and understand that what comes with it. And I think he's been doing an incredible job of just learning and getting better each day.
And you love to hear that. And obviously we know Greg Newsome was already, the first day he got drafted, he was already kind of shouting his guy off. And it looks like first day of Browns minicamp officially ends, and it ends with a Shedeur Sanders touchdown. So he's throwing another touchdown. Actually, we're just going to go straight. Take me straight to the You know what I'm saying? Take me straight to the situation, man. Take me straight there. So this was the end. This was the end of oh my God, why is this like a potato? Just a 1 yard touchdown. They're on the goal line, but I think we can all agree that Shedeur, Sanders, there's Dylan and Joe looking as well, that he's been the most potent around the goal line. These are ones. That's Quinshon Junkins out there. Look at that ball. Yo, like I try to tell y'all, and I'm going to keep stressing this. Guys, I get it. It's just OTAs. It's just minicamp. It's whatever. To me, what he's doing the best is that he's showing that he can do everything with his arm. Everything y'all said he can't do with his arm, he is absolutely looking down the barrel and saying 1 yard touchdown. How about I complete the most difficult throw above a linebacker again with a wide receiver cover? How about I put it in a spot nobody else can put it? 1, 2, 3 hitches. You know what I'm saying? Bop over defensive back. That's 2 touchdowns at this point, or 2 good passes we've seen over defenses, threading the needle and things like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all just be prepared because there's going to be a lot of Shedeur fans really banging the drum after a performance like this. And I think they should be well within their rights to do so. I think it makes sense for them to do so. And then kind of closing out here, obviously, this is all before this happened. So I'm sure there's going to be another wave. There'll be another video. I'll talk about how, you know, everyone's going to react to these. I mean, a deep bomb touchdown. You thread the needle a few times. You show that you can put the ball in peculiar places above defenders. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be a lot more talking heads on ESPN. Prepare. Get prepared. Just like they used Shador to slander him on the way down. Well, guess what's hot now? Guess what's hot now? The trending topic is to be positive of Shedeur Sanders. So make sure you keep your receipts. I got my receipts. I got it. I can't wait till y'all start talking the way y'all about to talk about Shedeur, because I'm going to pull the receipts up, okay? Now, someone who has been talking positive about Shedeur and has been very open, and please, my man at the big show, the Big Riz, he's been doing phenomenal stuff, very even keel stuff. He's also been fair to Dylan Gabriel. This is what he had to say today, this morning, before minicamp footage even came out.
Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Vikings, Steelers, 6 games. What are they?
I think you can win 2. 2 and 4.
Well, bring on Shedeur.
And that's bring on Shedeur.
Bring on Dylan Gabriel. Bring him on. It's not going to happen. They're going to let Pickett. If Pickett starts, they'll go to Flacco. If Flacco starts, they go to Pickett.
Correct.
It might be week 14 when you're 2 and 12, and these kids are going to get a throw-in game. When everybody's checked out.
They'll get the Bailey's Happy treatment.
The Bailey's Happy treatment. Nobody wants the Bailey's Happy treatment. I want to speak about what he says. I do think there's a conversation to be had. And I found another touchdown from Shador that we're going to watch too. I think there needs to be a conversation that has to be had when we speak about you know, the strategy that comes into having these quarterbacks. And we talked about that in another video. I mean, we've been talking about it ad nauseum, really in general, right? In the conversation of, at some point, there needs to be a decision made. How are you going to attack the quarterback room? Are you going to start Joe and then look for someone else? Are you going to do whatever? And to their point, right, you're going to be 3 and 12 or 3 and whatever, 3 and 10. And then again, everyone's checked out. You can't really see you can't even see the quarterback who now you're trying to see what you have left. You can't see because you're, you know, maybe injuries, maybe your defense ain't really playing up to snuff. Maybe people are sitting because they got guaranteed contract money. I don't know what happens, but if it gets that nasty and you don't know who the quarterback is, then a decision has to be made, and it has to be like, yo, this is who we're going with, and this is why we're going with it. But real quick. Let's talk about this situation. Another touchdown from Shedeur Sanders. Again, we're gonna hunt down all the clips. Wow, why does that look that bad? Okay, it came back here. He's gonna set up here above. Oh, okay. So this is the touchdown we saw. Okay, yeah. All right. So this is the other angle. Beautiful. Okay. So let's get into it. So now I can really show you, because that other one looked bad. This one doesn't look as bad. They said it was a 1 yard touchdown. I guess I don't know if this is the end zone. I think they're counting this as the end zone. I think that's why they stopped. But 1, 2, 3. Again, he sets up. Dylan Sampson is coming across. He makes the throw right here. And again, Ooh! Hey man, y'all can call me a Glazer, dog. Yeah. Y'all go. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and call me a Glazer. Look at that. Look at how covered he is. He's got a man directly here. We got him like 3 centimeters off. This is ball placement, son. This is ball placement. So, again, through the fingertips, dog. Putting lasers on kids, huh? How about it? That's a touchdown to end it, and he popping his, he said, hey, you like that? Man, football, you can't get faster than this, man. Look, I got a conversation to have. We're going to end this. Absolute great time, great showing there for Shedeur Sanders. Great clips. Dylan even did some things. If y'all want to see clips from the other quarterbacks, y'all let me know. That deep bomb, I think, is going to steal a show. I think it's going to be going viral. I think it's going to be going crazy. Hey, man, I'm not here to push agendas. I'm just here to tell you the truth. And right now, the truth is, that boy looking nice. That boy looking real nice. Comment down below. Do you think Shedeur Sanders deserves to start? Really appreciate y'all supporting and rocking with these videos. Thank y'all so much. First of all, 25K. I'm just a little dude yapping, dog. I just be yapping. And I know y'all are mostly here for the Shador and the Browns and the this and the that. But for my guys who enjoy me and my silliness, for the guys of the 25K and ladies who are here because I happen to be speaking of Shador, because I know, look, Shador gave me some views. I ain't gonna lie. Keep coming, because I'm going to keep providing you updated Shedeur Sanders, Browns, NFL, and college football updates. So that's going to happen. But to you, I know. Don't worry about them. But you of the 25K, I know you a special viewer. I know every single time I end the video and I tell you how great you are, you get tired of me telling you how great you is because you already knew that. But I'm going to continue reminding you that you're amazing. Continue to smile. Continue to be great. Also have Deion Sanders in the family in your prayer. They said everything's good, but obviously Deion is at his estate. And these are the reasons why I want to keep spreading positivity, right? Because as Deion Sanders, from a Deion Sanders knows, things can look real bleak. Things can look bad. Things can get rough, right? But if we continue to push out that positivity, if we continue to do those things, we can do amazing things. And I want to be positive on y'all. Thank you in particular, because I couldn't have been here without you. Lots more Brown stuff to break down, man. So you be great. We'll see you next time. Peace.